Going. Good morning, everybody. Hope
Good
everyone's
morning,
having a good
guys.
Wednesday. Not a bad little Wednesday today. We got ACHV kind of leading the pack here, gapping up from 362 to 530. Definitely watching that one. We have MTSL. Going. Good morning. Whoa. I always forget to mute my laptop. We got MTSL. What were you saying, Mitch?
Nah, just good morning, guys. How we doing, guys? Really
Nice.
interested in ACHV and a crazy move on STSL all the way up to like 74, 75% increase for the day, and then now it's been dropping about 20%.
You said STSL
No,
or Oh,
MTSL.
MTSL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was up about 75%.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking good. It got up to 575. It's still down to 430. We'll see if this is just a pullback or if this is an actual change in the trend.
Yeah, you see the daily charts, huge wicks up and really, really small bodies. So
Yeah, for sure.
could just be done for the rest of the day. Gap and crap, as I like to call it.
Yeah, for sure. BLIN, I mean, it's still down. It's at 208, but it's moving, and that's the most important thing. Like, it's still in play, BLIN.
Yeah,
Because
it still has room.
yeah, it's taking some big swings, too. And, I mean, it's up a few days ago. It's up from $1.11 a few days ago, so it's still up about $1 from its, lows of the last few weeks. Yeah, ACHV is shortable on TradeNet Fizzle. Good morning, Hindsight. Good morning, D Champion. Good morning, D Evan. What's up, brother? What's up, guys? Good morning, Missouri Prepper. What's up, dude? Juan Joe. Good morning. Sonic. Good morning. JT. Good morning. Good morning. Davian. Good morning, brother. Armando. Good morning. Fizzle. Good morning. So yeah, not a bad little Wednesday thus far. Yeah, I can short ACHV on TradeNet. It's tradable. You can see here. I'll go through them just to show you which ones are tradable. ACHV is tradable. MTSL is not tradable, unfortunately, so they haven't added that one yet. I would thought they would have because it moved a lot yesterday. BLIN is tradable. HJLI is tradable. AST is not, so 2 out of 5 at this point are not tradable. SCYX, 3 out of 6 are not tradable. FAST, 3 out of 7 are not tradable. BBOX is tradable, so 3 out of 8 are not tradable. BOSC is not, so 4 out of 8. RXII is tradable. Man, my math is off. All right, so
It's
one.
morning time, man.
Yeah, dude.
Wait for the coffee.
Yeah, I gotta wait for my coffee to kick in. Yeah, so 1, 2. I think SCYX wasn't tradable, right? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 10 are not tradable today. But a lot of these 4 aren't. The worst one that I can't trade is MTSL. But the rest of these are pretty decent looking. Like I can trade all of the rest on my main watch. A lot of movers today. Not too bad. Hopefully we get that continuation volume at the open. That's what I really want to see.
There's ACHV. If it gets above 550, we're probably gonna get a run back up to that high.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's formed that little channel.
Yeah, pre-market trading. This is the kind of thing that I like to take if I'm doing a pre-market trading because it's held a really good base there. 515 is the support, but it's held pretty good up there, about 530s, 520s. So these are the kind of pre-market trades that I like to do.
Yeah, for sure.
If I do take one, because it's gotten a long time of consolidation, so it gives you at least ability that if it does come down on you, you'll be able to get out.
Right.
And you have a really good high chance of it going back up to that resistance.
Nice.
If it breaks out over that 550.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's probably my main watch. Out of the ones I can trade, I'm watching it and BLIN, just to see what they can do today. See if they pick up any. BLIN, I mean, it's still in play, still really big volume. Yesterday was this big move. And so it's still in play today. We'll see if it kind of quietly fades back down or what this one does. ACHV, you know, we'll see if this one just starts to run or if it starts to tank. I could see it doing either one. Usually when a stock's gapped up this much, I'm more short biased with it. But, you know, I'm not trying to predict it on simply the gap up alone. You know, we'll see what it does at the open, which I think is more important. Oh, here's my watch list, guys. I forgot to include my watch list in the chat. That's a big dog you have, huh, Mitch? Is that a German Shepherd?
No, believe it or not, he's an Aussie mix. He's not as big as you would think, but he has like cattle dog and lab in him.
Okay.
He's all black.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up putting a picture of him. He's a little cutie. He's only about like 23 pounds right now.
Oh, okay.
5 months old.
Yeah, he sounds like a bigger dog as well. Like he has kind of that lab / German Shepherd kind of whine. You know?
That deep voice.
Yeah.
You should hear when he actually barks. When he actually barks, it's a little bit deep.
Yeah.
There as it goes through that 50 up there now, 57s. One of the key things I want to talk about, if you do take pre-market trading, from what I've heard from all big traders is that there's really no edge in pre-market trading just because the volume is usually low. But if you see this stock's already traded 2 million shares. So it's a little bit different than your normal pre-market stock. Most pre-market stocks, they're going to be under 1 million for sure. Most of the time, you're not going to see over 1 million shares traded pre-market. So that gives you an ability to think, all right, there's actually traders trading this right now. You know, with 2 million shares already traded before 9 a.m., there's definitely people that are interested in this. So that's why it's okay to go ahead and take certain trades here. Always take it with a lot smaller share sizing. You're not going to go full share sizing in pre-market.
Right.
But one of the key things is the only way you're usually going to be able to get out is on the bid side if you're long, and that also keeps you watching the spread, because what happens is a lot of times in pre-market you'll get a big spread.
Right.
You'll get a 8-10 cent spread. You know, this stock only has a 1 cent spread right now. It's been moving maybe 2-3 cents max, but it's been keeping within the spread. So it gives you an ability to go ahead and you could go long and then get out on the bid.
Right. Yeah, pre-market, I've very quickly realized that pre-market trading is not the most reliable. Like, especially when I would swing trade on Robinhood, and like I would buy a stock and it would run up all after hours, and I'd be really excited before I went to bed. I'd see the stock go up like $1. I'd be up like $1 a share. And then the next morning in pre-market, it would just completely fill that gap all the way back down, and then some. And then it would go back up to over its highs. It would just, you know, pre-market trading is really crazy just because the swings are much bigger because the volume's not there. And so it's like you were saying, the spread's big too. You know, the spread's bad because the volume's not there, and so it's going to swing back and forth and be kind of crazy. I don't like it, to be honest. The only way I like it is, you know, if I can exit my swing trades a little bit early. Like if I hold a stock overnight, I can exit my swing trade a little bit early if it starts to go against me. Hey Fizzle, Alice Kitty, did you use my link to get the student package, or let me know?
If it says yes, we're good to go, right? On the shorts, it doesn't have to have the short size there.
Right. Right.
At least from what I've seen, it always is. As long as it says yes, we're good to go.
Oh, I thought that was a question. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a question from her. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, sorry.
Your question on that.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's still early, brother. Sorry about that.
You're good. Yeah, she said to use the link. So.
Okay. Awesome.
There you go.
I mean, honestly, I've been having an argument with, not an argument, but I've been talking to TradeNet because it's like I haven't shown a commission in like a month or two. And so even if she used my link, you know, like they're telling me I haven't had a sale in like over a month. And so I don't know what's going on. If she hasn't taken a trade yet, maybe they're waiting for that, but I'll have to talk to them about it.
She
I
said that
appreciate
she
it.
already has a thousand profit.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk with him about that. Hey Fizzle, can you message me? Because, you know, I haven't really had any proof that they're it's kind of weird, and so I've been talking to him and telling him like, hey, because I've had a bunch of people say they signed up through my link, and it's not showing up, and so I tell them that, and they're like, no, you just haven't had any sales, and I'm just kind of like, all right, you know, like I don't really care if I get a commission or not, but
did
if
you get it from mine?
yeah, I did get it from yours. I saw your real name.
Yeah. Haha. You got to see it. You got to see it.
Yeah, I won't ruin it, but I saw your real name. That's a cool name, honestly. My real name's crazy too, so I'm not gonna even say my real name. You know.
Exactly. It's all good. Think about growing up with me.
Oh,
that was fun.
When the stream's over, I'll tell you my real name. My real name is crazy. You know. Trust me. You know. I was made fun of too. Trust me. All right, so yeah, man, the VWAP fade setup, this setup's been in play lately. Like it's happened a lot, you know. Like I've seen this setup over and over again in this market. A lot of times it's after, like you'll see a stock make a big run.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a stock make a big run, and usually it's the second day fail, like the second day wash. The second or third day, that's when the VWAP fade's really in play for those stocks. I feel like the first day, I mean, you know, sometimes they'll work really well the first day, like after that first big gap, because they're so overextended. But you know, I think especially on the second day, people tend to forget about going long in those stocks, and they figure they're done. And so the volume on the short side is a lot more than it is on the long side, and so it's a little bit more reliable. But you know, yesterday, for instance, I saw it happen over and over and over again yesterday.
I like day 2 with no catalyst.
Right.
With no news. Just it was news yesterday, and it wasn't really that big. It was more of a fluff news, and you know the stock went to the moon. And
right.
The second day, nothing comes out. That's definitely the day to look for it.
For sure. Speaking of that, you just reminded me. I got to go over the news. All right, so the first one I'm looking at is ACHV. Almost forgot this morning. Let's see. So ACHV, they announced advancement of their cysteine development program after they had a meeting with the FDA. And so, yeah, they just announced that they're going to advance their cytosine development program after meeting with the FDA. So, yeah, they're going to start their phase 2B cysteine trial for smoking cessation in their Q4. I hate reading biostock news.
God bless your soul.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what any of this stuff means, dude. All I can do is try to do my best reading it. And I hate reading biostocks. But yeah, basically phase 2B study. They're moving forward after meeting with the FDA. So that's good news for ACHV. We'll see what it does at the open today. See if it continues up. Next one I'm looking at is at the top right on MTSL. Let's see, MTSL. I'm not really showing anything. Yeah, no specific news for MTSL. And so this is kind of the short second day short setup we look for, but unfortunately we can't short it. But yeah, no real catalyst for MTSL. That's company specific. Interesting. Looking at BN, kind of the same thing here. I think this one had good news, but I don't think anything new came out. Well, yeah, this one had good news yesterday, and it's just still up on momentum. It's still moving on momentum from yesterday. Moving on to HJLI, the bottom right chart. Yeah, so HJLI is the company stated that they plan to submit a heart valve device for an FDA review. So HJLI is a company that make devices to treat cardiac and vascular diseases. And they stated that they will review its bioprosthetic heart valve to determine what additional testing is needed to submit an investigational device extension application to the Food and Drug Administration. So yeah, that's pretty good news. It's kind of a fluff piece, but we'll see what HJLI does here. I mean, I think it's good news, but I think it's kind of like an optimistic news release that doesn't really have any hard, like, you know, positive, like real positives in there. It's just kind of them saying that they plan to do something, and so that's good, but we'll see what HJLI does. I definitely want to see more volume in it at the open, because the volume's a little bit low in pre-market. AST is another one I'm looking at. Same thing with this one. Volume's a little low. It's gapping up from 155 to 195, but the volume's just low. Alright, so yeah, AST reported positive outcome for Safety Review Committee. They have their AST VAC2 immunotherapy products, and it's up, you know, a small amount, but not too bad in pre-market for AST. Next one I'm looking at is SCYX. Can't trade this one, unfortunately, but it's moving a decent amount in after hours and pre-market this morning. So yeah, again on the bottom right. Alright, so yeah, they're up. I think they were up yesterday on SCYX. Yeah, the news came out last night, apparently. And so the news was basically that they're up after prospective treatment for yeast infection meets their primary goal and endpoint for their phase 2B trial. And so that's good news for SCYX. They met their primary endpoint for their phase 2, phase 2B. And so that's good for SCYX. We'll see where it goes at the open today. It's up from 165 to 193. Another one I'm looking at is FAST, FAST. It is up from 49.53 to 52.86. A little bit more expensive of a stock, but it's still worth a watch here.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right, brother. Yeah, but FAST is up after they delivered strong profit by their vending machine sales, and so good profit for FAST. They reported profit and sales that matched the expectations of Wall Street in the second quarter. So good news, good earnings for FAST. We'll see where this one goes. BBOX is another one I'm watching. I think it's still up on technicals from the last week or so. But I'll look to see if anything new came out. Seriously doubt it, though. Yeah, nothing new on BBOX. BOSC is another one I'm looking at, gapping up from 241 to 260. Nothing new on BOSC out. And then the last one I'm looking at is RXII. And nothing really new out on RXII either. So a few things are up on Zero News and Zero Catalyst. Some are up from the previous days. And some are up on pretty good news. So not a bad morning, not a bad Wednesday. Usually Wednesdays are pretty slow, at least for me. And so, yeah, not too bad. We actually got a decent amount of movers here. Three biggest watches are probably these three: ACHV, BLIN, and HJLI. I'm definitely going to watch BBOX as well and a few of these other ones. And so we'll see where they go. I'll keep an eye on MTSL, even though I can't trade it on TradeNet. But yeah, we'll see if ACHV continues to kind of fall into this channel it's forming. You can see a very obvious channel here. Like if I take away this and this. You can see a very obvious channel forming there. Kind of just broke underneath it. So since it broke underneath it, we'll see if it continues to tank and drop down here. Maybe down to this 490 level. And the rest of pre-market. We still got about 18 minutes left of pre-market. So sorry, let me catch back up on the chat. Good morning, Juan, D Champion, NYC. Good morning, Tyrell. Good morning, Omar. Good morning, brother. Matt Spies. What's up, brother? Good morning, man. TJ. Good morning. HOS Matt. Let's check it out. It needs more volume. That's the biggest thing. It's just it needs more volume. I mean, it's up a lot after yesterday. Yesterday was a nice little move on this one. Let's look at the daily. Daily looks good. It just broke 493, which was the previous high, or around 485, 490, which was the previous high of the last year. And yeah, it's up. It's up over that now. It's at 504. We'll see if it can hold support at this $5 level here. And yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'll see where it goes, see if it picks up some more volume, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I think so as well. I think MTSA will probably crash. Usually, kind of that's what my trade plan revolves around of. Raphael, you mean on TradeNet? Thinkorswim, I think a majority of stuff is tradable on Thinkorswim. Yeah, from what I see, from when I traded on Thinkorswim, almost everything was tradable. Now, if you're talking about TradeNet, you just go down to the Trade Manager and go to Symbol, and you just type in the name here. So, like, I can type in BLIN. You can see it says a Y next to tradable. But if I type in MTSL, nothing shows up, and so that means it's not tradable. I appreciate the sub, Thean. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. So you can see this little channel ACHV was forming, and it's going to test that channel resistance now at around 525. Really kind of interesting level here for ACHV. AMDA, TRPX. Good morning, Eric Wade. What's up, brother? Yeah, TRPX gapping up from 366 to 430. Looks good. AMDA gapping up some as well. Not too bad. TANH. Let's look at that one. Yeah, I'll watch TANH as well. Alright, so not too bad. Watching BLIN here, see if it can come back down after this big move. Watching ACHV, see if it can hold at this little kind of channel resistance here. Watching MTSL, see if it'll wash down to 321 or so down here. Now watching TRPX, see if it picks up some volume. HJLI as well. Good morning, Muscle. No, ACHV is shortable, Fizzle. Even regardless of what it says, so like if you look at ACHV, right? Even though it says 0 for short size, on TradeNet and TEFs, you know, at least from what I've seen, as long as it says Y under tradable, that means you can short it. So like anything you can actually trade on TradeNet, you can short. So if you can trade it, you can short it, basically, you know. CRON. Yeah, CRON. I mean, I want to see more volume, obviously, but this one's a former runner. Maybe time for a bounce here or a drop. I could see it go either way. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Mitch, you there?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I just got back, so perfect.
Okay, nice.
All right. So how we doing, guys? Crone. Let me take a look at that. See what we got there. Crone. All right. Let me look at this daily. You know, I haven't really seen range on this stock on the daily, but I'm going back trying to see the overall pattern there. It has gotten pretty tight between 669 and $7. So you could look at it above $7. But you gotta also know that you can't risk too much under 673, and this could really drop down.
Yeah, somebody brought up ARQL. Look at ARQL. It's kind of gapping down some. If it breaks under 550, I mean, it looks interesting if it breaks under 550.
Let's see if it's tradable.
Probably not.
Nope.
No.
That's the only problem.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah, I turned it down when I went away. I got you right now. There you go, guys. That should be more of my volume.
Nice, nice.
All right. Muscle Hamster. I love the name, man. I love the name, bro.
Yeah, man, I wish they would have added MTSO. That was the one. I mean, that one had definitely over 500,000 in volume.
PED. Let's take a look at that.
Good morning, Alex. Appreciate it, Muscle.
Well, PED is kind of interesting. It's one of those stocks that I look for a repeated pattern. And then we'll go back on the days, and on 7.3 we got that run up at the open, then it came back down. 7.5 we get a run up at the open, then came back down. 7.6 is when it finally did a little bit different and just did a VWAP fade from the beginning to the end of the day. Then we get a small little run on 7.9, and now we're going back to kind of the pattern that it was doing on 7.3, where it went up at the open and came back down. It actually drove right back up to $2 again and came back down. So what I would be looking for on this stock is over $2. This doesn't look like a short anymore, but this stock has often where it does a little run to the resistance and just fades. So this is the kind of stock that you want to see it crack down these 150s, but you want to watch the open to be careful if it does that run up. You don't want to just short it too early and then just get runned up to $2 and then you get squeezed out and watch it go right back down underneath 150.
Right. Yeah,
you
150.
You see a daily kind of doji there on 710. It went up to $2. So that's what you really want to see. Above 227, this stock could go long again, but it could test those $2 again before it fades down.
Right. If it breaks 150 and cracks underneath it, I mean, that's pretty weak looking. That's the low of the last, a while. Also, if you look at BLIN, it kind of has a crazy daily chart. And I mean, all the shorters were talking about BLIN today or yesterday, because if you look at the historical, daily chart, every single time it spikes, it gives up the gain. Like it spikes, washes back down, spikes, washes back down. I think it's STAF, they were talking about that as well.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about yesterday, guys. Remember yesterday we talked really big on that it had that daily head and shoulders. It had a 347, 345 resistance that was going to hold heavy, and we saw it do a run up. It eventually came to, and then when it failed through that zone, through that 47, and it failed hard. So that just teaches us, to start learning how that goes, so that sometimes we can take those trades off of those that last resistance, 347, and you can hold off the high of the stock. That's a different strategy. It's a shorting at the resistance strategy that you can look for. Parabolic short.
Yeah, I've seen, I remember looking at those. It's kind of like my way to kind of take advantage of shorting at the resistance is I like to short it like if it has one push and then it comes back down and kind of gets rejected, and then it has another push but it can't quite get over that previous high, that's where I like to short it and just kind of take advantage of the incoming wash, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. I have a video on it. BBOX. Look at BBOX, Mitch. Starting to run up here. I'm starting to push. It's still in play as well.
I feel like it's just been doing a little bit too tight of a range in the last couple of days for me.
Yeah.
I want to see this stock either break out or break down. I'm not really that interested in it. It has 83,000 shares volume. The daily, yeah, it was really interesting when it had those 62 million, but if you see, we haven't been able to get right back to those volumes.
Right. Zach saying RSLS. Yeah, RSLS coming kind of falling down some MNGA. Yeah, MNGA gapping up some here. I think I can actually trade this one too. Yeah, I can. So 40-cent stock, gapping up from its closing price of 33 cents. It's at almost 40 cents. So MNGA doesn't look too bad as well. Might watch this one too. Also appreciate the subs, Fernando and Bree Powered. Appreciate the subs, guys, and also Ballard. Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome, man. Alright guys, we have about 6 minutes left, a little bit less than 6 minutes. My goal for today is to use a little bit larger sizing, try to take advantage of the move. You know, I've slowly been using bigger sizing lately, but I still haven't quite taken that leap, and so I just need to try to use a little bit bigger sizing. Mitch, in the chat, they're asking if you're going to stream after I am.
Seeing as it's Wednesday, it would be highly unlikely, but we're gonna go ahead and see, man. I am a little bit more energy. I didn't work last night, so I have some energy. We'll go ahead and let the market let me know on that. I'll let you guys know probably near around 11 if I'll go ahead and I'll stream.
Yeah, usually, I mean, from what I usually see, Mitch will usually stream, especially if he's having a good day. If he's having a bad day, I mean, it's actually pretty smart that he kind of hangs up the gloves and doesn't force anything. And so it all just depends on what the market's like, really. You know, if the market's good, I'm sure he'll probably stream. You know.
Yeah, and one of the key things is that I just noticed. I went back into my streams and I noticed way too many times me taking trades around 12 o'clock. Around lunchtime, and it's just not working out for me because I'm trading through lunchtime. You know,
Yeah.
Traders are gone, and I am seeing the pattern, but then I go ahead and I just get faked out, and that's what I don't want to do. So if I do stream on later in the days, I'm gonna try to do more streams in the afternoon versus as just jump on a stream at 12 o'clock and then lose some money from 12 to 1 and then have to get out of here and not be able to come in the afternoon.
Right. What's up? What's up, Herbert? What's up, brother? Hey, man, I'm around Houston as well, dude. You ever want to have a beer, let me know. Josh Kosh says, I need some coffee. Yeah, I needed my coffee this morning. I finally got it. I was ready for it.
Twitter.
MDGS.
Twitter did. I know I had that huge down day.
Twitter?
Yeah. Everyone was thinking that it was gonna break to the bull side, and then had this huge red day on 7-9.
I mean, it's up.
Yesterday just kind of stuck around.
It's up a lot. Like I remember seeing this thing at 15 something in like November, October of last year, or yeah, actually it was in August of last year, and so it's up a huge amount in the last year. So I mean, if you look at the daily chart, that thing's made a move. You know, the last few months.
Trump alert.
What'd you say?
That's that Trump alert.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that how, you know, since the president uses Twitter, you know, Twitter stock has gone up since he used it. I guess that's why, but who knows, man. Yeah, I try to keep it political free though. Like my view on politicians is like I don't trust any politician. I don't care who they are. I don't take sides. I just don't like any of them. You know.
No, I just try to more build. Everyone has their bias, and you got to find catalyst and bounce off of that. I used to know traders that traded bigger stocks like the overall market. So one of the key things is you find the catalyst that you feel, and you go off of that, and you create a bias, and then you start creating a trading plan for it.
Right.
I don't necessarily have specific opinions on politicians because essentially they all have agendas.
Right.
They all have something they're working on. So unless you know specifically what they're working on, then most of the time you are kind of clueless in what they're doing.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I just don't like it. Politicians just, it doesn't matter who they are. I just don't trust them, which I don't think anybody really should, All right, guys, we got 1 minute left.
You see what he put up? He put up that some
Predict
place
it.
allows you to place bets on how many tweets.
That's crazy.
All right, guys, he's gonna come the open, guys.
Yep.
Remember, guys, we're gonna wait for the first 5 minutes to go through. What we're mainly looking for is also in the chat. You can help us out. We're looking for the big wash candles at the beginning. If you guys are calling out stocks, try to remember to include your IMO. And if it adds to our VWAP strategy, of course, and go ahead and add into the chat, and we'll definitely take a look and go off of that. So ACHV is going to be probably a top watch right now.
Yeah, me too.
I have seen that hold on 515. I see that as being the support for me.
All right, here's the bell. All right, BLIN washing down some. Big swings in ACHV, really big swings here.
Yeah, just pay attention to those 14s. 14, 15, that's the support. Pay attention to the level 2s on that, where the big orders are going through.
MTSL starting to tank. Yeah, I'm going to let ACHV calm down some here. Good morning, Covenant. Hey, Covenant, I thought about that the other day that I forgot to kind of give your site a shout out. So sorry about that, brother. I'll make sure to remember today. Try to remind me towards the end of the stream.
Bigger stock, but I'm taking a look at it. It's called Teva, T-E-V-A.
Oh yeah, I've traded that one a lot before.
I got a nice big wash red candle on that, so
it's usually pretty volatile.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ACHV down to 506. From what I see in my charts, the volume's been a little low so far. Maybe it's just what I've been looking at, but ACHV, the volume's good. SCYX is tanking here. STAF had a drop, and it may do a little washout long. We'll see what STAF does. Can you explain what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a VWAP fade setup, Bluebird.
There you go. Held those 40s, broke through the 50s.
There it goes. Yeah, so essentially what I'm looking for is, a bearish trend and then a bounce to the VWAP and a rejection, or in a fade away from the VWAP. That's really what I'm looking for. It's a very specific setup. DRIP making a run, Zach.
All right, guys. I'm short on Teva at 85 there. I got a nice VWAP fade there.
Yeah, I was watching it happen.
I got short there at 85 there.
Looking good for you.
There you go. Got confirmation. Going to look to add on the bounce here.
There it goes. Nice.
I need it to break down, though. Would like to see it hit these 80s down here. ACHV just flipped around there.
Yep. All right, we are over 200 in here. What's up, guys? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure Malik, just because I've never traded in other markets, and so I can't really say whether it's going to be a viable setup in other markets just because I've never traded. The only market I've ever traded is the U.S. market, you know. So I just don't want to give you the wrong answer, if that makes sense.
All right.
All right, there you go. There you go. Looking good for you.
Look for a bounce here to add here.
Looking good for you.
Looking for a bounce into 80.
Yeah, so just to break down the setup that Mitch is getting into, because I know somebody asked what exact setup we're using. You can see TEVA, it bounced to the VWAP, got up to 2386, and that's where we're looking to enter the VWAP fade setup. And you can see that's around where Mitch entered, and it's dropping really nicely for him. And so it's kind of a VWAP rejection. Like you want to see it, you know, hold resistance under the VWAP and it continue to wash if it's in a bearish trend like TEVA is. And you can see it's dropping down really nicely for Mitch. STAF is doing a washout long as well. If you look at STAF, broke the high of the day. Up to 360.
Wanted to take some profit there at 66, but it bounced really quickly on me right when I was filling the order. I was going to do half off and then half an add. So take half, take like $10 off, then add the half right back when it went to the VWAP. Would have been able to give me a nice $10 gain with the re-entry right back to where I was.
Let's see if this holds.
I have an order out right here at 80 to fill.
But man, look how choppy ACHV is. Does not look pretty. All right, nice. All right, so here's the VWAP test. Yeah, just be careful for a squeeze over 2388.
Yeah, 90's my out, guys. 90's my out.
Yeah, it's getting really close to that squeezing level. I appreciate the sub, Stager. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Still got a little time. There's a nice drop. Let's hope it can stay under there. 80. Hopefully it doesn't bounce quick. I could see it. There we go. Nice. There you go.
There you go. Putting out an order to take some of it off at 75.
Really nice VWAP fade on FAST. Missed it. Kind of a bigger, more expensive stock. It's actually testing the VWAP now on FAST.
Alright, got to be careful here, guys. Don't want it above that 87. 88 to get me out. That's what we got to do with this strategy. We have to be really, really tight on it.
For sure.
But when it wins for us, it's going to win for us big. So let's just go ahead and stay to the plan.
All right, I'm watching FAST here. May get in on a VWAP fade. It might be a little too late. But watching for it. Actually, I don't know if I like it. It just broke the whole dollar, broke over the VWAP. If it starts to fade back down. What was your sizing in that trade?
I lost $9 on it, guys.
Oh, you're good, brother.
Nah, it's 100 shares on the first fade. Should have took half of it off there. Would have been able to got $10, and I would have been able to hold through this whole little consolidation period there.
Yeah.
But there's that bounce there. It went up there to 90s. Those are shorts just getting squeezed out there. And then what it is that people put stops. That's why I don't like putting stops, guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be quite honest, the volume's a little low this morning.
Yeah.
It's not great, especially for the cheap stocks.
Yeah, this is a stock that trades around that time. And the volume on what happened with the ACHV?
ACHV just broke the high of the day. The biggest runner really I see right now is MDGS. MDGS is running really nicely. Looks like a really nice bullish trend here. So check out MDGS. Looking really good. Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, guys.
It happens,
that's
brother.
That's what happens when you don't take the half off. I'm starting to learn that you got to take. Okay, so a nice sizing on that first one. Take that half off, re-add, and then you can go ahead and now you have a profit in the stock, so that you can at least give that 290 pop.
Right. Look, I'm bummed out I didn't take. Remember I called out fast for this VWAP fade? Look at FAST. Beautiful example of it. Got a little bit higher, but still a nice example. FAST about to break the lows here. Looks interesting. There's the low of the day break on FAST. Really wish I would have taken that short. Watching BBOX here. Volume's a little slow today, guys. A little slow.
Yeah, guys, my execution was off, guys. I'm reviewing my trade here, and that's why I'm not gonna take this trade here because the execution was off, and I go in a chase and I lose twice. I'll be really upset with myself. I'm reviewing that trade on Tiva. I went and I covered a little bit early, getting short there at 85. I re-added there at the VWAP, which wasn't bad, but I said 23.90 was going to be my out, and I didn't listen to that instinct of 23.90. When it went back up to the high of 87, I went and I took it out way too early. Should have waited for that 90. Gave that 10-cent risk, and I would still be in this stock full size right now, and would have been able to get this breakdown here, take half of it now at the support, which is right here at 71.67. This is when I wanted to take the last little bit, the first bit, but
really watching
what happens.
Really watching FAST here for a possible short. It's on the bounce now. And so really watching it here. If it gets rejected at 51.50, I may consider getting in with a small share size going short. There's the bounce over the $0.50 though. That's what I didn't want to see. That's what I was really kind of wanting to not happen. So I'll just keep watching it. Give it a little bit of time here. Also watching BBOX. I know the volume's not great, but it looks like a possible VWAP fade here, especially if it gets rejected. Gonna give it a little bit of time. LSCC has been running up really nicely all morning. Volume's a little low, but not too bad. Tried to get in FAST really quick. Didn't get filled. It said order rejected, too close to price. Kind of kicking myself now. Look at that. Ugh. No fill on FAST. Tried to get in right around 51.45. So it would have been up 20-30 cents at this point.
Guys, you saw that wash on ACHV.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, guys, just there a tiny bit early.
Okay, look at ACHV. Oh, sorry, brother.
Yeah, about a minute late, like always.
Yeah, it happens, man.
I was watching Tiva a little bit, and I went to this stock. I wanted to short it there at 5.25, and then it immediately just drops down to 5.05.
Oof, there's the drop on ACHV. And see, look, I was correct with FAST as well. So, hey, we're correct on a lot of these, brother. We just got to be faster.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I tried to get filled on FAST at 51.40, 51.45. It's down to 51, under 50, or under 51 now. Too late, though. Very obvious bear flag there with the VWAP fade. Kind of watching BBOX, even though the volume's really low. And obviously, I'm still watching ACHV for a possible bounce up to the VWAP. MRNS. MDGS is just steady climbing, though. Yeah, look at MRNS here. Moving nice. Up to 831. What's up, Sean? What's up, brother? Yeah, I'm watching RGSC too. Alright, so this looks like an interesting bounce on ACHV. It's been really choppy this morning though, and so I'd actually like for it to start forming an actual trend here instead of just a sideways trend. Really thought about getting an ACHV on a bounce with a stop set at 531 and target for 490, but didn't jump in it. ACHV getting squeezed up a little bit here. Or not ACHV, FAST getting squeezed up a little bit. Volume's a little low, especially for our short setup today, but still got some time here. Jay, you can buy me lunch, brother. You know, I'm always down to have free lunch. Let's see. Appreciate the sub, Nicholas. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sub, Seth. Appreciate the sub, Sibby. Sorry, just now seeing those. Appreciate it, guys. Ugh, man, we're out of milk. I'm using my wife's coffee creamer. It's horrible. It's too sweet for the morning, man. I don't like that much like sugar in the morning. It's too sweet.
Look at Tiva, man. That's what you call a VWAP fade.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Tiva. Oof. That was it, brother. That was it.
That makes me sweat, guys.
All we can do is laugh about it, bro. It'll be all right, man.
It's one of those things. I have a hold to 90 there. We're in the game, taking half on the support, and now just waiting around for this next breakdown right here, and then could really cash in. Would have been able to make probably $80, $100 today.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out about FAST as well. I appreciate the sub, Andrew. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man.
The worst part is that, you know, this is exactly what I'm planning for. This is when I get upset, guys. It's not red days that I get upset. It's non-execution days. And this is the kind of trade that just makes you just sweat.
Yeah, I tried to jump in FAST as well. Would have been up 50 cents. But hey, man, we're not forcing trades. That's the good thing. I'm not chasing any of these that we missed. I'm watching ACHV here. Possible stop set at the VWAP, or possibly over it. I may start to try to kind of scale into it a little bit here with 50 shares or so.
Just holding the support pretty well. Let's see if it cracks down below it right now.
I'll give it a little bit of time here, see if it, you know, stays under 520. But man, look at Tiva. Not to bring your attention to it, bro, but man.
Oh, trust me, I already I kissed it goodbye.
Yeah, it happens, brother. Ugh. Man, ACHV dropping down like I wanted it to. MYOS, yeah, good call. MYOS starting to push. See if we can get a bounce here. I might try to jump in with a small share size on ACHV. Just start to take a scalar position here. Alright, so I am... Oh no, my order didn't get filled. Alright, so I got in with 50 shares on ACHV here. I'll give it a little bit of time here. Just try to scale into it. If it breaks over this support at around 535, I'll get out. And ultimate goal was to look for it to break down under the whole dollar of 5. Took a small share size. I saw 20 on the bid flash really quickly here. I don't want to get squeezed up. I'll let it test the VWAP.
Be careful. Remember, it held those. It's by that support there. Yeah, guys, I'm done with the day, man. That Tiva trade is gonna kill me. Yeah, guys. I'm probably gonna get out of here, guys. Tiva's
All
just
right,
gonna get
Mitch.
me emotionally into this, and it's just done, man. You guys, that's exactly the trade we want to do. I'd be up $80 to $100 now, and would have been able to end the day the way that I want to do. And what the key thing I don't want to do now is just jump into a stock and lose some more.
Yeah, I feel you. Volume's a little low today, honestly. I mean, there's not that much follow through in this market.
Look how the bigger volume's coming through now on Tiva.
Yeah, I see it. Don't stress it, brother. You'll bounce back, man. The biggest thing is that it wasn't a huge loss. It's all about account preservation, brother.
That one hurts.
I don't really want to see this squeeze up on ACHV, which it very possibly could, so I'm getting really close. There we go. There's the drop I wanted to see. 508. Nice. There we go. There's the crack. Could have added. I'm going to let it test here. Still kind of choppy.
I hammered on it. Let me see. No fill there. I hammered down at 517.
Oh, and ACHV?
No fill though.
Yeah,
Off.
I got a really poor entry on this one, but I'm still going to stick to my plan. Still kind of kicking myself for this FAST trade. Called that one out, but didn't take advantage of it. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Only problem with ACHV is it's finding a lot of support over 5 at around 503. And so if it continues to hold support there, I'm just going to jump out. See if we can just get a nice wash down here. 510.
What's your entry, brother?
Looks like my entry is right around 510. Yeah, it's 510.
All right.
Just a small share size. The volume's not quite like I like it. All right, 503. There we go. Beautiful. Crack under the lows here. Quick spike back up. We'll see if it holds under 5 is what I'm shooting for here. It's tested these lows a few different times. 496, nice. I want to see it hold under 5 here. Get rejected nicely.
Good job.
Got a small enough share size to where it's not that big of a deal, but I obviously want to see a bigger tank here. I said my goal was under 5. I'll give it that time. There we go.
Boom. Good job, buddy.
Out for a 1650 profit. Not bad for 15 or for 50 shares, huh? Yeah, got it on the VWAP fade. Or that was a VWAP rejection, actually. My bad, Mitch.
The only thing is, brother, don't. If you have 50 shares there, I think you're taking it way too early. It's the 1 minute wash. You still haven't gotten the complete wash. So
True.
you can get more volume there. You could get a little bit bigger gain there. You see how it's still pushing on it.
Right.
So what I look for is wait for that next candle to open. If you see the next candle open and it doesn't open underneath, it opens like you see how like you're starting to get a wick at the bottom now.
Right, for sure.
So one that you see that next candle right there had it opened. If it opens higher, you get out. If it opens lower, you stay in it.
For sure. Yeah, that's the
So
biggest thing I need to work on, I think.
yeah, so right there, you still give yourself, you're still in it, you're still in it, you're still in it, you're still in it, and now you can start kind of all right. So you can be like, all right, if it goes to 88, I'll get out because what you get 78, 79.
Yeah, I made my entry was 510 and I made 1650, so that looks like what a 35-cent gain, and so I
Yeah,
must
this
have gotten
hit
out
the
at
trades.
75. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it hit the trades. I'll tell you exactly.
77 is where I got out, so that is
77.
a 33
It's
cent
pretty
gain.
good.
Yeah, 33 cents a share. Not too shabby for a $5 stock, so I'll
Not too
take it.
shabby.
Hey, look at
Remember,
FAST. Look at my bad, Mitch, but look at
you're
FAST.
good. Fast, trying to go fast.
Yeah, man, it's testing that VWAP.
Yeah. My key with this one would be it kind of did the same pattern as Tiva, but it didn't break down the pattern down there at 51. So you got to be a little bit more careful with it, because the resistance is actually up there at like 52.35. So this is more of a VWAP rejection than a VWAP fade. The beginning part's the fade part, and then when it breaks 51.31 on the way back up, that's when it starts becoming a different pattern, a VWAP rejection.
Right. Yeah, the ACHV trade I got into was actually a VWAP rejection because it broke underneath it and then got rejected, as opposed to a VWAP fade, which usually is already in a bearish trend. I think that's right, huh?
100%. Now we're
Okay.
getting more to understanding the exact difference.
Right.
But that's what it is. This is more of a VWAP rejection because it can't get back up through the VWAP.
Yeah, for sure. Bluebird. So I'm actually shorting the stock. So I don't want it, when I'm shorting a stock, I don't want it to go up. I want it to go down. I take advantage. It's kind of like the opposite of buying a stock. Shorting a stock, I want it to go down and I profit if it goes down. And so I got in going short at 510, exited at 477, made 33 cents a share. And definitely not too shabby with 50 shares. Yeah, I know. The biggest thing, I mean, like I said, my goal, once I got into this trade, once I got into this trade, I said my stop would be set around this 535 level right here. You can see the support right here. And I said my goal was under this low of the day at 491. And so I let it touch my goal. I probably should have exited. If I was going to follow my plan down to a T, I should have exited at 490. But honestly, it just dropped so quick, and it gave me, another 13 cents. And so I'm happy to have that extra 13 cents, make a nice little 33 cents a share on it. But yeah, I stuck to my plan for the most part. I would have scaled out of it and taken a partial, but I just used 50 shares. And my ultimate plan was to add if it got back up to these highs at 525, and it just never quite got there. And so, I think I got almost the maximum with 50 shares with that move. And I got out pretty close to the bottom. Let's see, only about 5 or 6 cents away from the bottom of this move. So I'm proud of that trade. I think it was a good trade. DK, because ACHV, he's asked why I only took 50 shares. Just because ACHV was really choppy when I got in. And so a lot of times with these moves, like especially if it's holding really nice support under these lows, a lot of times it will just kind of form a channel between the high and low of the day. And I just didn't want to get squeezed up to the 550s. And so I took a small starting position with the intention of adding if it got up to these highs at 525 or 526 around the VWAP for that VWAP rejection. And it just never quite got that high, and so I just wrote it out with the 50 shares, and it dropped pretty quickly, and so I just really didn't have that opportunity to add, and just took my, my 50 shares, let it work a little bit. Trust me, I'm kind of bummed out I I didn't use a larger sizing, obviously. But a green trade's a green trade. I can't get too upset. BBOX still around that VWAP area. You know, this week's going pretty well. I haven't had a red day yet this week, so pretty good week. Yeah, I think a lot of shorts are going to start jumping into ACHV here as well, around 590. Very obvious kind of risk area of $5 or 505, and kind of a bear flag forming. So I do think a lot of shorts are going to start jumping in ACHV here. The problem with that is that if it does get squeezed up, it's going to get squeezed hard because those shorts are going to start covering quickly. MDGS, it all depends on whether it's tradable with my broker. I don't think MDGS is tradable. Appreciate it, NYC. Appreciate it. Yeah, for sure, DC Films. Yeah, listen to what DC said. It's called shorting. If you don't know what that is, you really need to kind of learn the market first. If not, you can lose a lot of money for sure if you don't really understand it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It takes time to learn, so no worries. But you really want to learn, what shorting is, what going long means, and all that stuff before you trade with real money. All right, so yeah, this is, like I said, ACHV. Like I said, I think a lot of shorts are going to start jumping in here around 489. Obviously, I wish I would have taken my own advice here, but the potential of a short squeeze to push up was a little bit too much. But yeah, really obvious entry for a lot of these shorts to get in on the bear flag, especially in a bearish trend like ACHV is. Yeah, FAST, the VWAP fade didn't happen. Hey, Mitch, look at STAF.
I'll take a quick look.
Looks interesting. Nice, Alpine. Hey, what's up, Alpine? What's up, brother? Yeah, I don't know if anybody has ever seen Alpine Trader's videos. Alpine Trader is a really talented trader. Used to post a lot of videos to YouTube. How you been, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope your trading's going well, brother. Cron getting closer. CFRX. But yeah, I mean, if STAF breaks those lows here, I mean, it could be interesting on a pullback possibly. Yeah, so Alpine said he got in, what, at 557. So yeah, you got a nice, really nice entry for you. And 440 still holding. Hey, good trade, brother. Good trade. All right, so STAF right at the low of the day. Sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good.
There's the break. STAF breaking the lows. Yeah, Wednesday, it's a little slow. I'm happy to get out with a green day. I don't, I really don't see too much I like. I can keep checking the scanners.
Well, there's Tiva back to the VWAP. If you want to take a small risk position, doesn't seem bad to take it.
Yeah.
You got 23 cents down.
Yeah.
You can do off of 70, which is 8 cents risk for 23 cents.
Nice. Yeah, Alpine, yeah, good to see you. Yeah, Alpine used to put out some really cool videos. Before I even started trading, Alpine used to have a lot of videos on YouTube about SureTrader and about him, live trades on SureTrader. So, really cool content. I look at BOSC here, guys. BOSC. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, for sure. ACHV and MTSL were the plays. Nice insurance. Good job, brother. Good job, man. All right, so I'm going to look at my scanners. DEPO is popping up. Yeah, DEPO starting to run some here. You know, not that much volume, though. WMLP. WMLP picking up some volume here, spiking, been riding the VWAP. The volume starting to come in nicely for WMLP. So yeah, look at WMLP, guys, starting to run here. CRK.
Is it tradable?
None of these look like they probably are.
WMLP is not tradable.
CRK is. Appreciate the sub, Supreme. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Alright, so yeah, this week has been a pretty good week for me. 3 profitable days thus far.
Check out that trade I called out for Tiva. Nice entry right there, 66. You can risk off of that 70.
Yep.
You start getting this move down. If it breaks down below this 60, you can start getting this move right back down to those 40s. And you're able to risk about 4 cents, 5 cents for a potential 20 to 25 cent gain.
Yeah, it looks good. For sure. I appreciate the sub. Arthurius. Appreciate it, brother. FAST starting to kind of look like a washout long here. If it breaks this high of the day, it could get interesting on the long side. I was a little bit short biased with it earlier, but it reversed really quickly here. Probably some of these shorts getting squeezed. It looked like a very bearish pattern, so some of these shorts are probably getting squeezed out of here. But it's getting right around that 52.57 high of the day, and it's above the VWAP at this point, starting to reverse really nicely here. So getting right around there now, about to test the high at 52.59. It's at 52.51 now.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of here a little early today. Like I said, got to focus in on more execution. Had a perfect trade on Tiva. Should be green today, up $80 to $100. And this is what I'm noticing. A lot of times I'm not finishing the execution of the trade. So that's what I go ahead and focus on. And I'm just going to go ahead and get on out of here before I lose some more money. Like always, guys, just try to focus on your trade plan before the market. You know, my idea was to nail one of these VWAP fades today. I got that nice hard move on Tiva. Great entry there on that first pop up there. Now on that second, when it popped up and it did that doji candle, I got to go ahead and hold to the number that I said I was willing to hold to, which was 23.90. And I got out there actually on the top of that wick, shooting myself out of the trade. And that's not what we want. We want to go ahead and get the money right there on that first washout, take half of it off there. 67 would have been able to go ahead and take $10, so that when it popped up there at 85, I would have been able to re-add. I would be looking for a re-add versus as a protection to my position.
Yep.
So, and on Tiva, you get this big move right back to the VWAP again, and you get the VWAP rejection again. 66, now down to 55, 54, and you can look for the support here at 52, take some there at 52, and let the rest of it work for you, break even, and let it work for you for the rest of the day. Or you're the type of person that likes just to have more of a measured reward, and you could go ahead and take off of these 45s, 47s right there before it gets to the low at 43.
Yeah, it was a good trade idea, brother. Don't stress about it, man. That's the most important thing, is that your trade idea was spot on. I mean, you kind of did what I do a lot. I do that a lot, actually, is I get stopped out mentally. Like, I never use hard stops, but I use mental stops and I exit too early and then it goes in the direction. So, really good trade idea, Mitch. So, don't stress about it, brother. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely no stream for me today. Cool. I just got to go ahead and get my head straight. You know, guys, I've been losing on certain days where I should be winning, and that's when I know that I need to just go ahead and relax and just go back to trading the patterns and trying to execute and finish the day green.
yeah, for sure, man. Hey, as long as the setup has an edge, Mitch, we'll be green in the long run, brother. So we gotta focus on the emotions, but we got this, dude.
Exactly. You know, we never got to close above that VWAP on that bounce.
Right.
That's what I'm going to be more looking for it to close above there or actually break the high there. It touched 2 or 3 times 87
Yeah.
and never really broke it. And I actually ended up getting out at 87.
Yeah, man. I see it. It's
It's
had
how
a
it
lot of
goes, you know, you
resistance
got to
there.
learn. Gotta learn.
Yeah. Hold on. I think this is
Hey, we got a little music.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hello. Hello. I think it was a telemarketer. I just hung up on him. I don't deal with that. I ain't got time for that. All right. So, but yeah, man, FA or TEVA, really good trade idea, Mitch. Oh my gosh. Whoever it is, I'll call him back after the stream. But yeah, that was a good trade idea. Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
Go for it, brother. Celebrity trader. Nah, it's Trump, guys. Trump's giving him the call. Yeah, appreciate it, NYC. Appreciate it. You know, it was definitely the best trade of the day for me, and for me to lose on that stock, it's just really upsetting. Guys, I'm gonna be putting myself in trader rehab. I'm gonna be putting myself in trader rehab probably for the next week or so until I can just start finding my groove again. Trader rehab to me means taking very small share sizing, just trying to gain confidence back in my trading. So what that means is I normally take about 100 to 200 shares. I'm gonna be coming back down to probably even about 50-25 shares so that the gains will not really be gains, the losses will not really be losses. But what I'm going to be more looking forward to is getting the confidence back in my trading and my abilities. Can't really just keep risking on losing money just because this account is just going to get to a point where we're either going to have to take a swing or not. So yeah, definitely outplayed.
Hello, this is John.
it was, let's say, 1,000 shares.
All right, I'm
Well,
back.
Carlos, we don't really we don't do financial recommendations here. We're not going to tell you exactly what to do here, but if your entry was 516 and you were long, I would definitely be out by now, guys. It's holding there at 480s there, but you would get a washout. Now, if you're short from 516, you're definitely on the support touch here, so you could get another little washout like right now, and that's where you go and you take some partial of your profits. On washouts of supports is when you want to take partials, because the next partial that you take would be the next support, and it's usually a little big. It's a big range down to that next one. So I usually like to take half on the first support test, then the rest of it on the second support test.
We'll see what ACHV does here. Also, FAST right around the VWAP. We'll see if it holds support there, if it continues dropping, or what goes on.
Yo, John, you've been doing really good, man. You might have to step it on up.
I know, brother. It's about time, man. Appreciate the sub, Marin. But yeah, it's about that time, bro. I've had 4 days in a row, all green days. I've kind of honed in on that VWAP fade setup, and it definitely has an edge. It's been doing me pretty well. So hopefully, I can keep the streak going here.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is go ahead and get yourself a little bit of a cushion for a week, and then decide that, what you need to do is just see a good momentum stock, and then just decide that today's the day that, I'm going to go ahead and step up to the plate and just be smart.
For sure.
Build yourself a weekly cushion.
For sure.
One thing I notice more is sometimes we try to do these like kind of measuring our trading daily. So like we have like a daily max loss or maximum profit that we're trying to get daily. And I've been talking more and more to traders that go more off their week, the week
Right.
as a whole. Because if you look at just one day, it's going to put way too much pressure on you when you are in the red or close to that max loss day.
For
Um,
sure.
let's say like if your max loss is at $30 and you take your first trade and you lose 25, what are you going to do then? Most traders, if this is really what you want to do for the rest of your life, they're more than willing to take another trade, and that's what happens when you go from that 25 to that $40 loss. That's not needed, you
Right.
know. And once you start realizing that you have a weekly amount that you're willing to give up, and then you have a weekly amount that you're trying to gain, you start having a lot better monthly, and you start reading those goals, you start reaching those goals that you want.
For sure.
That's what I'm gonna start working more on is establishing weekly goals versus as daily goals.
Yeah, that's really the one that's like the account building way to do it is just weekly goals, try to be profitable and net profit. I mean, since I'm still learning, I don't mind judging it based off my cents per share wins, and which is,
That's It's my favorite stat. It's my favorite stat of any trader.
yeah, the percent. I mean, that really lets you know how you're doing. If you were to use the same share size every single time,
Guys, alert for Myos, MYOS starting to get back up there. You see this as a
Oh yeah,
and handle pattern off of 210, cup and handle off of 210, guys.
not tradable on TradeNet unfortunately, but looks good.
Yeah,
Starting to push up.
trust me, you would have heard that hotkey just going.
Look at BBOX as well. BBOX starting to kind of squeeze up here.
Take a look at it. Hey, it's doing that run up to $2, guys. Remember, it's gonna keep doing this until it completely fails. I don't think this stock has the ability to get back up there to where it was. Those 265s after that huge red candle on the daily. Just way too much pressure for doing it back down underneath $1. But what you want to see is these run ups if they're actually gonna go ahead and break up there. Most of them have been going to $2, 210 range and just failing.
Yeah, for sure.
It just has a tendency of running up and coming right back down.
Sorry about that, NYC. Yeah, NYC's been calling out MIOS for the last hour or so, and it's breaking the highs of days now. Look at it. It's up to
NYC, there you go.
it's up
Good
to
job.
244. So big move. Hope you made some money. Yeah, I'd be shorting it. I mean, I don't know if I'd be shorting it here, but it's not tradable for me either. But there's the test. We'll see how it acts at 250 here. That's kind of the big level.
233 is a daily resistance. So what you'd want to see is if I were to like have that idea of shorting, you need it to break, let it keep doing its runs, let it keep doing its run, and if it washes out around that time, around 233, that's what I'll start looking for the shorts. I
Yeah.
don't like shorting stocks that are just going parabolic.
Yeah, I don't want to get caught in a halt on the way up. Corey asks, is TradeNet and TEFs separate for Thinkorswim? Yeah, it's completely separate. It's a different broker. I use Thinkorswim, which is the right side of my screen for charting, and I use TEFs or TradeNet for my executions. And so I use this broker to execute my trades, and I use this broker for charting alone, just for charting.
Well, that was a nice little breakout there on that cup and handle pattern.
Yeah, for sure on
You don't
MYOS.
see these. You haven't seen these much anymore. The cup and handle.
Yeah, the reason I don't use them as much is because, you know, my whole thing is like simplicity. Like a lot of traders, I mean, I guess a lot of traders might be looking for the cup and handle, but I know like a conventional breakout has a lot more traders watching for it. And so I just never really got into a cup and handle pattern. I'm not saying it's not a viable setup because I'm never going to criticize any type of setup that anybody gets into because every trader is different, but it's just not my cup of tea. Pun intended, you know.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, it's one of those trades that you have to understand it. Really, you have to know that the handle is right there at 210, and then it usually comes back down to the resistance there, that 219. That's what you want to see it hold,
Yeah, for sure.
and
F8.
then that solidifies it. You saw the big volume get in right there.
Yeah,
Once they see that volume hold there at 219, they go and they take more shares, trying to push it to the high.
for sure.
So it goes from 219 to 232, and then the big traders are getting out as it breaks through 232.
Breaking on. Yep. Also, FAST for this kind of it's kind of flagging a little bit here. Um, if
Yo,
it holds,
Jeremy, you calling out some cows? I think he meant MYOS.
oh yeah, probably.
I
Ryan.
apologize.
Ryan, every trader's different. I'm more of a short bias trader, so I usually like shorting stocks way more than I like going long. But I'm not necessarily opposed to going long. I'm just more of a short bias trader. I just like shorting. It's kind of what I'm better at, you know. Like the last 4 days have all been profitable days, and every single profitable trade I've been in was short. And so it's just what I use. Every trader's different. Some traders like going long. Some traders like going short. And I'm definitely a short bias trader. You know, I only like to short for the most part. It's just what I've had the best results with ultimately. So it's what I'm going to continue to do until it doesn't work.
Yeah,
BBOX. Look at BBOX starting to spike here.
in the summertime, I kind of switched over to more of a short bias trader. As August starts up, I'll start looking for more longs. I definitely think it's a little bit more cyclical to me, at least from what I've seen over the last 2 to 3 years, is that in the summertime, longs tend to be really, really quick. Pop, I say quicker than they are in November time and December time. And what I notice is around that time, August through December, is when you really start getting those big parabolic moves up. If you look in throughout the time, you've seen the shipping stocks run every time in November. For 2 years in a row, they went just completely cuckoo.
Crazy.
Last year we had the the cryptos stocks
Yeah,
like
for sure.
LFIN,
MARA,
um,
DPW.
yeah, DPW. They all just went through the roof. So that's when I'm really gonna. I've been saving up. I've been trying to put a big account together for that time. I know it's the high volatility time, and it's time to really, get down these strategies, and that's what I'm trying
That's
to
when
do
to make your
now, so
money.
that exactly. So then that's when we're gonna really start taking some swings.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure. We got about 3 months until that, 3 or 4 months until that really starts to get crazy, when the market really starts to wake up. And it's been a good summer for me. I've actually been pretty consistent this summer, and so I'm happy with how I've traded. But I know, once winter months start rolling around, once October, November, December hit, the market's going to get much more volatile. At least it has historically. And so that's when you take your shots. That's when you kind of start getting ready to take some big swings and take some big gains in the market. As long as you have that pattern with edge, you're good. You just got to take advantage of it. So we'll see how these setups act. But definitely happy with how I've been trading lately. It seems to start clicking a lot more recently. So hopefully I can kind of use that momentum and start to continue to make good profits here.
yeah, and hopefully we can get you to start taking those swings, big boy.
Yeah, for sure, man. Almost there, dude.
Yeah.
Almost there. I mean, I'm ready to. Like, I've slowly been trying to use bigger sizing, and I've slowly noticed, like, I don't mind jumping in with a small sizing if my intention is to add, if it gets to a certain level. And then if it doesn't get to that level, I can just hold on with my small share size, kind of like ACHV today. My intention
Yeah.
was to add and get in with 100 shares once it cracked up there, but it just never quite got to where I was looking for, and that's okay because it still dropped really nicely, giving me a 33-cent profit in the trade. So
The level that I'm trying to get up to, John, is the 400 share mark. I think that one's going to be a really good area for us. It's going to give us an ability to go ahead and take about 75% of the trade profit on that first down move, and give us an ability to take some profit there. We'll only have like about 100 shares left. And when it comes back up to us, we can go ahead and re-add our position size, and that's going to be able to give us already a profit somewhere in the range of $20, so that when it comes back up on you, if you have a $20 gain and you only have 100 shares in there, you can go ahead and you can figure out if it holds that VWAP again. Because this is what I'm noticing on the VWAP fade. We get that big red candle, we get a
right,
bounce to the VWAP where I got filled today, and you get that first wash.
right,
That first wash is where, with our small share size, we get in trouble because we can't take the profit there. It's too small of a profit to take. So that's why you need a little bit more share sizing there on that beginning, so you could take that first wash, take some profit, get it off, get yourself in the green, so that if it comes back up to the VWAP and it just breaks VWAP and pushes you, you're still gonna be probably about break even, maybe lose $1 or two
right,
because it completely smashes up. But when it bounces up to that VWAP, you're able to re-add that full size. Now you'll be back up there at 400 shares with $20 profit, and you can go ahead and just risk $20 or $30. And then now that next down move, you can go ahead and now do the same kind of trade. Now you can go ahead and, I say, on that second down move, we take about 50%. We'll probably get in the range about $30 to $40 a secured profit, and then we put a trailing stop on the rest.
right. I like
And
that
just
plan.
let the trade work, get the hands off, and now we can, if the stock just completely tumbles, we make 120 $120. If it doesn't, we go ahead and we break even on the rest, and we make $30 to $40 on that trade.
Right,
And the key to this trade is that when we're risking, we're always going to try to at least do the 1-to-1, so that if we end the trade and we're up $30 to $40, that's fine, because every time we got into a position of risk, which was 400 shares, we risked probably about $40 to $50.
right. Look at ACHV getting squeezed up to the VWAP area.
So that's the kind of trade that I'm trying to get to, trying to develop to.
What, the ACHV? Or you mean the TEVA trade? Yeah, I think it's smart to set like your stop. Like, for instance, you see how TEVA it washes at the first open. That first green 1 minute candle pulls up. That's where you should set. I always try to set my stops a few cents higher, just in case they test it exactly and get rejected. So like instead of setting my stop on TEVA at that 23.85 or 23.86 level, I set it for 23.90, and that way it gives it a little bit more room to go in the direction I'm looking for if it does test and fail that point, if that makes sense,
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be about. That's why I'm trying to do this strategy where we can at least take some profit, and then once we're able to take some profit, we'll be able to go ahead and have the ability to add back the full share size. So from what I learned from SMB Capital is learning how to have the ability to have your core size, take some of it off, get some profit, then add back on what they call is momentum shares. So you're adding back the momentum shares and trying to get that momentum to continue trend.
Right.
So it's definitely an interesting approach, and what I'm noticing is we could do it with our small share size. We just have to know that we're attacking the cents per trade and not attacking the realized.
Right, exactly.
Unrealized. And that's the real key of trading with small share size. If you have an ability to really focus on the actual trades, like the cents per trade, then you're going to be able to do a lot better.
Right, for sure.
One of the things I've been thinking about lately is maybe taking off even the realized and unrealized for us.
On my chart?
Yeah, since it really doesn't matter to us, really.
Right. Appreciate the sub, Crennan. Appreciate it, brother. Sorry, Mitch.
No, it's something that when we make gains, our gains aren't something to brag about, and our losses aren't something to brag about.
Right.
It's more along something for us just to continue on in the account.
It's how we keep score.
Mm-hmm. But what we could brag about and what we could start bragging about is our cents per trade.
Right.
That's something that is relative to different share sizing. You just have to start learning how to trade correctly.
Right. Yeah, it's completely independent of how many shares you take. It's just about what your percentage gains are or what your percent gains are. So regardless of whether you use different sizing for each trade, the real way, I think what you're trying to get across is like the real way to tell is looking at your percents gain, like your cents per share gain. That's the true score.
BIOC, NYC calling it out. Good call out. It's halting.
BIOC?
Like it's halting up there, 480. Yeah, BIOC. Halted.
Ooh, man, look at that squeeze, man. I don't know if it was a squeeze, but look at that run. Probably not a squeeze, actually.
I was looking at it, but the only problem is not tradable.
Yeah, it happens.
It's just part of the life, it's part of the trade net life. You got to learn that these other stocks that you're not going to be able to trade. That's fine.
Yeah, usually there's at least a few that you can, a few big runners that you can trade. It's very rare that none of the big stocks are moving that are tradable. All right, ACHV starting to get squeezed up here. It looks like it's at 507. May start to get a hard squeeze up here. Also, MYOS broke underneath the VWAP here.
All right, guys, I'm getting out of here, guys. You guys have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow, guys, really focused and putting myself a little bit in trader rehab. Just going to try to start nailing some cents per trades, guys, not focusing on the P&L and going back to the strategy. There's a good call out there on Tiva today. Just got to really review and get back on how to fully execute this trade. You guys have a great day.
No worries, brother.
Right?
Have a good day, Mitch. See you tomorrow, brother.
Take care.
All right, so there's Mitch. Yeah, we got this, though. Like, we've been doing, the VWAP fade setup I definitely think is a viable setup. It's just about taking advantage of the moves. And, it's definitely shown me historically that it has an edge. And so it's just about rinsing and repeating, working on my emotions, trying to stick to my trade plan, and so forth and so on. If I could do that stuff, then I think I'm set. you know, the last 4 days in the market have been pretty decent for me. Definitely confident as a trader at this point. Maybe start taking some larger sizing. I've been trying to kind of scale into my trades, and then as I get bigger risk in my trade, I kind of give myself a little bit tighter of a stop. And I think that's probably the way to approach this. That way, kind of like ACHV, if it doesn't get to where my ad level would be, I can just ride the small share size down, and if it does get there, I can try to take a little bit bigger move. And so that's kind of how I've been trying to approach the market lately. But yeah, it's been a pretty good, pretty good week. Yeah, Josh, I have all those brokers. That's kind of what I do. Like, I have Webull, I have Robinhood. I used to trade on Ustock Trade a lot more. I haven't been trading on them as much lately since I've been using TradeNet, but I have a few other brokers that I use. Most of them are very small brokers that allow you to trade with cheap commissions. That's kind of the route I've taken just because I can take smaller share size. But, yeah, that's what I do most of the time is just kind of fish around, see what I can trade. Look at BBOX here. BBOX getting a lot of momentum later on this morning. It's up to 214, just broke the high of the day here. We'll see if it can continue up. Also watching ACHV here. It kind of pulled up to test the VWAP. Got rejected twice. We'll see if it eventually washes down under 5. Starts to head back down. But yeah, BBOX starting to get a lot of momentum here. It's up to 215. Not a huge range, but not too bad either. A lot of volume coming in on BBOX. Kind of looking for a VWAP rejection here on MIOS. See if it gets rejected at this 210, 212 VWAP area. ACHV. If ACHV gets rejected here again, then it could be a triple top. Got to be careful though. It's starting to kind of swing here. If it does get pushed hard, it may squeeze up really quickly here. So just got to be careful not to enter it and chase it on the short side. Yeah, if it gets rejected here, that'll be the third rejection. I appreciate the sub, JCE. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome, man. Appreciate the sub, Shafa. Welcome. Appreciate it. All right, so yeah, it's kind of a little triple top here on ACHV. You can see 1, 2, 3. Really a double top. The first one didn't quite get up there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it start tanking here or push up, really. Either way, if the shorts jump in here, it could get squeezed up. But yeah, I probably won't jump into anything today. Today's my 4th profitable day in a row. All right, TJ, have a good one, brother. But yeah, I'll probably end up closing the stream down now, guys. I don't see too much else I really like. Volume's a little low. BIOC getting halted on the way up. That looks okay. Also, BBOX starting to push. Maybe looking at MIOS for a VWAP rejection there. But yeah, I'll probably end up closing the stream down, guys. If you haven't already, I day trade live on stream every weekday morning. So I hope you'll join us again tomorrow. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I day trade live on stream every weekday, so come check us out. Also, if you want to help support this channel and if you want to do me a personal favor, click the like button right now in this video. I definitely appreciate any and all support I can get. And so if you want to help support us, click the like button right now. Show your love, show your support for this channel. Yeah, guys. Not a bad week. Not a bad week. The volume's a little bit better this week as opposed to last week. And so hopefully I can keep the streak running. Appreciate the sub, the pair. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome, man. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. Good luck. I'll see you all tomorrow. Appreciate the sub, Justin. Welcome, brother. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. market time. Good luck, guys.